Hey guys, Tall Guys TCG here. I know we haven't made a video in a long time, but I'm at my sister's in El Paso, and we dug this out of the closet. So one of their friends that did not play Magic anymore basically gave them one of these dual deck anthologies, I think they're called. The Speed versus Cunning one. It was really cool, and I was going to make a commander out of Zergo anyways, so I was going to open it. So I figured I might as well open it for you guys. I didn't bring my tripod with me because I didn't plan on filming, because I'm just here for vacation to visit with my sister and her boyfriend. So really cool present from them, because they know I love card games. So they're like, oh, I'll just give it to him. So they held on to it for me. We'll kind of just go through the decks, show you what you get. I think you get little deck boxes with it too. So you get like things explaining, telling you how to play, like a rules reference sheet. I believe this is just tells you what exactly comes in them, and it might be like a play mat as well. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, I'll unfold it here. So bear with me, did not bring my tripod. Oh, here we go. So I think this might be like a little guide if you wanted to upgrade it. Oh, it's just like tips and tricks, waiting for the right moment, tips for playing the Cunning deck. Interesting. Raise your war banner, Friday Night Magic. Interesting. I'm trying to think if they even do Friday Night Magic anymore. I remember they used to back when I played in like 2012, but just like a throwback to the past. Look at those tokens. I still have the old Goblin tokens. They're like my favorites. I still use them in my Krenko deck. The ones I got from my buddy Stanley that actually got me into Magic back in 2012. Shout out to Stanley. I highly doubt he's watching this video because he has kids now and he rarely has time to play, but so shout out to him. So really cool. Like I said, you do get the deck box. You only get one deck box, unfortunately. Which I never understood. Actually, I lied. You do get the two deck boxes. What am I saying? So you do get one deck box for each. So they really thought of everything with these, and I really like it. They were like really great for new players to teach them how to play like standard Magic. So I really like these. I think they kind of got away from them with newer product, and now they just push out so much product nowadays. It's hard to keep up with everything. How are you guys enjoying Dominaria United? Really liked a lot of the cards in the set. There was some cool tribal support. There's definitely some vampire cards I wanted to pick up, and some black, blue, red. You guys know me, or that know me in real life, know those are my favorite colors, so definitely going to pick up the cards that I like from the set in those colors. So the boss of this side of the anthology, I believe this is the speed side, yeah, because it's got the haste, is Zergo. So two, a red, white, and black. I can't remember what the name of the color combination is right now because I'm running on not a lot of sleep because of the flight. It's got haste. He attacks each combat of Able, and he has indestructible as long as it's my turn. And whenever a creature dealt damage by him this turn dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. So I was thinking of just making it like a Voltron style deck. And then for the Cunning, it's more like a control deck. You get Arcanus the Omnipotent. He is a wizard. You can tap him to draw 3 cards, which is typical blue fashion there. And then you can pay 2 and 2 blue to return Arcanus to its owner's hand. So if they try to remove it, you just return it to your hand. It's definitely, if you look at it nowadays, like the cost of these cards is just really high for what they do. I mean, Zergo's not terrible, but like I said, I play like lower power commander with my buddy Andy sometimes, so it'll be perfect for that. So I'm gonna put down the camera for just a second, just so I can open them up, and then I'll read through each deck, kind of show you what you guys get. There are some cool cards in here, because they're older. can't remember exactly which sets the cards are from, or set in particular. I think it's from a few sets. They just like pick and chose cards that would work well with the bosses of their respective decks. So Zergo and Arcanus, obviously trying to fit the more aggro play style of Zergo, and then the control of Arcanus. We'll take a look at the aggro first, because everybody knows if I was playing standard, it would be the aggro when I was playing standard. So we have Hell's Thunder, cool little elemental here. Obviously Krenko, which was like my favorite thing about this deck, which is why I was so happy she gave it to me, because obviously one of my favorite cards of all time. So this will be my commander, because the Krenko I currently have in my Krenko deck is an old one from like 2010 that has a little bit of edge wear. So I can put this beautiful Krenko in my deck. And then we have a Ogre Battle Driver. Apologize, my hands are a little shaky. It just runs in the family. How's you guys' week going so far? Did you guys pull anything good from Dominaria? I was definitely excited for the Praetors from the set. They all seem really amazing. Let's see if I can get it to focus on there. They got Fury of the Horde. Some really interesting cards in these decks. I kind of looked at the list online before I got into it. Banefire. Here's your Goblin tokens. These classic Goblin tokens, they just hit different. I don't know. Just the older tokens, your Frenzy Goblin, and then you move into your white stuff. So you got your Infantry Veteran, your like smaller white 1-drops and 2-drops, your Leonins, and then you got your black smaller drops like your Dreg Scrape Zombie, which has Unearth, so you just bring it back when it dies. So these weren't really bad decks back in the day, especially for newer players. Kind of gave them a taste of standard. Kind of got their feet wet, and you know, they could go to a tournament and just play the deck. I mean, they'd probably get stomped, but you know, that's kind of just a card game thing. You get stomped, you get better. It's just kind of how it goes. And yeah, here's a Goblin with just 2 mana, 3/3 trample. It's a Gobbo. Yeah, I was excited for this just because everybody who knows me knows I'm a Goblin and a Vampire lover. Those, as far as tribes go, and Commander, those are my 2 favorite tribes. So yeah, I was definitely happy about that. And I did not have a Fleshbag Marauder, even though it's a really cheap card. So I was like, you know, there were some cards in these that I actually needed, so it was really cool. I think I have a Goblin War Chief, but like I said, it has a little bit of edge wear too, because these cards are all from 2012. And the sleeves were kind of frayed, and for whatever reason, I don't know how they got damaged, because just I've moved a lot of times in my life. So we got a Cathari Bomber. Kind of speed up here so the video is not too long. I just thought it'd be cool to share with you guys. You know, you don't get a lot of old Magic product nowadays, and I really enjoy the older stuff. You know, the newer stuff, it just, with the amount of product they put out, it doesn't seem like it's as special anymore. And like back in the day, you had to wait for the product to come out, so it just seemed like it was so much more cool, and it was like a treat when you got it. Here's your Shocks. It's no Lightning Bolt, but it'll get the job done. Bone Splitters. Just kind of leaf through it here. Should be getting pretty close. Of course, you got your Krenko's Command, you know, Spawn, your Active Treason, the original take cards. I'm not sure if it's the original, but one of the originals. Not sure if it's the original, I should say. But yep, then we come to our lands. We got our Evolving Wild, since we're playing multi-colors. One of the strongest cards in Magic, as one of my favorite content creators says. And we even have like a Gitu Encampment. which creates you a 2/1, which is interesting. So they even gave you like effect lands in the deck. Nomad Outpost, which isn't actually terrible in Commander. It's a tri-land. And you get 2 of them in the deck. More Goblin tokens, and then you just get your basic lands. So some mountains, plains, swamps. So that's it for that one. I'm going to kind of go quicker through the other deck because I just don't want this to be a 20-minute video. For those of you stuck around, really appreciate you watching this far into the video. This one definitely has some cool cards in it as well. Big Angel here, 1,000 Winds. It's a classic Morph card. Really, I've always loved Morph too. It's just such a wacky mechanic. And a Sphinx of Uthun. Definitely, I still run this in my Sphinx Tribal Amanatu deck. Really cool card. Hold the Line. Steam Augury. Jeskai Elder. I remember I really liked Prowess when I first got into the game. It was like a big mechanic that was just got introduced. And I bought like a lot of soldiers and, what was the one? It's the one with, oh God, I can't even remember the name of it now, but it was just so overpowering. Like the Acroans and different Prowess creatures. It was that set was around the time when Stanley taught me to play Magic. So anytime I see like the morphs and the Prowess, it really brings me back because it was around the time I learned to play Magic. So it's just, you know, when you get those nostalgic feelings, it's the best part about card games. Spark Mage Apprentice. I'm just reading the cards. Just it's nice to see these older cards. It just brings back memories of grandpas and being with friends and learning how to play all these different card games and just being a novice. And at this point, I've been playing card games for 12 years, but I mean, I guess if you consider as a child, but I mean, at that point, I was just more, I didn't really understand the card games. It was more just collecting the cards and watching the shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon, Pokemon, stuff like that. I'm sure you guys understand, those of you who grew up around the same time. There's a classic Counterspell, Lightning Helix. Definitely some cool cards in this deck as well. Like I said, I just prefer the other one just because it has so many goblins in it. But maybe me and Andy will do a match on the channel, a standard match for you guys, a Whiplash Trap. Definitely some interesting cards. Some counter spells in here, and then you get some tri-lands as well. These ones are blue, red, white. Mystic Monastery, and then this has Terramorphic Expanse, nowhere near as powerful as the other card. Evolving Wilds is just way more powerful, and then here obviously you have your islands, mountains, and plains because it's a different mana base. But yeah, honestly, like I said, I thought it was pretty cool. I might start, picking up some of the, if I can find it, some of the older Magic product that came out when I first was getting in the game, just to open it for nostalgia purposes. If I can find it for a reasonable price, maybe on Amazon or just on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, thanks for guys for watching. Sorry for the lack of uploads lately. Try to be more consistent with that with you guys. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. If there's any Commander deck profiles you'd like to see from the new set, let us know. And we'll see you guys next time.